Hey there, everyone. Welcome back. It's Gina here, and I come at you with another keto recipe. I have been on the keto diet for a little over 2 months now, and I just want to share some recipes and get them out there for you guys to check out. So today we have these keto bombs, and these cookie dough, chocolate chip cookie dough cookie bombs, and I'm just showing you the ingredients there. I thought about doing a video while I was in the middle of mixing stuff. You're supposed to use cream cheese, but I use that substitute, which is starts with an N. I'm gonna screw up the name, so you'll see it right next to the cream cheese at the store. But I'm tripling this recipe, but this recipe makes 20 of these fat bombs. So I went ahead and I creamed together the cream cheese and the swerve. And so you're supposed to use one package of cream cheese, and you're going to use 1/3 cup of the swerve. I use the confectioner stuff because I find that mixes so much better and you don't get the grittiness. So a lot of my baking I use the confectioner. So I'm going to go ahead and add the butter. I use salt and butter. You can use unsalt, but you might want to add some salt then into the recipe because it does salt and sweet together. It just makes the recipe so much better. So I'm going to go ahead and put my sticks in. Like I said in this video, I'm showing you that I'm tripling this recipe, but if you guys don't want to go ahead and triple, you're going to want to add 3 tablespoons of butter, and you're going to want to make sure that that's softened butter. So I'm just getting my butter for my triple recipe there, but you're going to use 3 tablespoons. And then you're going to go ahead and make sure it's softened, and you're going to go ahead and get that creamed in with the cream cheese and the swerve. So just mixing that in, and then next up, I believe we're going to be adding some vanilla, and we're going to be adding some peanut butter. On the peanut butter, you want to make sure that it's no sugar added. So it's going to be the peanut butter on the shelf that when you look at the ingredients, it's just going to say peanuts and oil. And so before you add that, you scoop that out and you get your 6 tablespoons of that peanut butter. You're going to want to make sure that you stir the peanut butter up, because unless you get one that's already pre-stirred, but I get the one that you have to stir. So if you get one like that, make sure you stir it up. And then on the vanilla, you're going to add 1 teaspoon vanilla, and again 6 tablespoons of peanut butter. And again, make sure that the peanut butter does not have any sugar added to it, because if it did, then it would add carbs into the fat bombs, and that's exactly what you're trying to limit, is not having the carbs, and especially with like sugar, because that's really going to spike your insulin, and then your blood sugar is going to go up, and then you could ruin your keto diet or lifestyle, what do you want to call it, but I call it lifestyle because it feels better, and adding this fat into my life. And here, instead of using the jarred peanut butter, I have this powdered peanut butter, and I'm gonna tell you honestly, when you make this recipe and you say, ooh, I have that PB powdered peanut butter in my cabinet, and let's use it. Well, let's just say I like it better made with the jarred regular peanut butter with the oil versus this powdered stuff. Now I'm eating these fat bombs that I made because you don't want to waste. I mean, I tripled the recipe, for goodness sakes. So I ended up with 46 of these fat bombs. And let's just say you don't want to throw all that out, because I mean the ingredients for all this stuff is, it's not like just going out and buying you a big old freaking 5-pound package of sugar that's going to cost you $1 something. I mean, those little packages of Swerve cost like almost $8. So I mean, you're just going to have to grin and bear. I mean, it's not terrible, but I think in the end, I think I'm just going to make sure that I use regular jarred peanut butter instead of the powdered stuff. So you're just going to mix that in and get it all mixed in. And then our next and final ingredient is going to be those lovely sugar-free chocolate chips. And I got these chocolate chips at Walmart. They are a little bit cheaper than the Lily's, and they seem to have, I mean, they're sweetened the same way as Lily's by having the stevia sweetened. So I went ahead and I picked them up, and they're not bad at all. The only thing out of this recipe that I wish I would have done is I wish that I would have used the jar peanut butter. But I guess you have to learn from your mistakes, and I now know not that this powdered peanut butter is not good in this recipe. I don't know what it is. I don't know, maybe it's missing a little bit of the fat. But like I said, yeah, I got these. I don't know if you've seen them in your Walmart, in your local Walmart, but in my local Walmart they have them. And then if I go to my local grocery store, they don't have these. They have the Lily's brand, in which I think they were like $1 more for the same ounces. So and the reason I'm putting all that sugar-free chocolate chips in is because I tripled the recipe. So you're going to add 1/3 cup of sugar-free chocolate chips. I did include at the beginning of this video the ingredients and the amounts for this recipe, and then again at the end of this video I did include it again so you guys can see it on the screen. And then I'm also going to link the recipe to you guys so you can look it up on the web and look up this woman's blog post on it. And she has some really good recipes on her website as well. But I mainly seek out all these keto recipes off of Pinterest. And yeah, so I mean, I'm just mixing it all in. And then after that, you get it all mixed in. You're going to line a cookie sheet or a pan. And then I got this, they call it a melon baller or a cookie scoop. So that's what I use for my fat bombs, is because then you don't really have to touch them. You can just portion them off, set them, on the cookie sheet and move on. So that's how I do it. You guys can, scoop it out with a regular spoon and roll them into balls like you would do with cookie dough. But how I normally make cookie recipes is I use this scoop, and it just keeps your hands clean and it makes everything uniform. And that's what I like, is for everything to be uniform. So again, these really don't have much carbs in them. They have a little carbs, probably like 1 or 2 grams of net carbs, maybe even smaller than that. But there's my full cookie sheet, and I'm gonna take that cookie sheet and I'm gonna throw that in my deep freezer. I have one of those chest freezers, and here I skillfully walk to my chest freezer and I set it in there. And you want to leave it in there for an hour. And then once they get all set up, you can take them off and stick them into a gallon-sized Ziploc bag. But anyways, here's the recipe again, guys. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And look in the description. I will have it linked to this recipe. Thank you. Thank you again for watching. And follow me. Subscribe to me. And we will come across some more keto recipes together. Bye. You guys have a fabulous day. Bye-bye.